Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to True Telos Trading. Today is December 4th, 2025. We're doing our recap a little bit later in the morning because I had to get to work. Like I said, we were doing this account when we are working a 9 to 5 just to prove that it is possible to be a successful day trader while working a 9 to 5. But I want to get into the stock that we traded this morning. It was a very, very, very quick trade, less than 30 seconds, but it was an S quality stock that we saw pop up this morning. It's the first S quality stock that I've seen since I got back from my medical condition, and we did pretty well on that stock today. We are actually up about 68 cents per share. Let's go ahead and get into that stock of the day to see how we traded it. The stock that we traded this morning, the ticker was EKSO. Again, today is December 4th, 2025. The stock did have breaking news. As a matter of fact, this is one of the key reasons why I traded this stock. I did something a little bit different today, and we're going to get into that when I finish putting this stock into the True Telos Trading grading scale. The news on this stock was that it became the exclusive U.S. distributor for MedTouch's great breakthrough balance tutorial or a tour. It became the number one U.S. something. That's all that I was looking at, and that's pretty big news for a stock like this. So this will be a +3. The stock's float was below 10 million. It was about 2.5 million shares. This will be a +2. The stock was trading above the 200 moving average. The 200 moving average for this stock was about, let me go back here and check. The 200 moving average for this stock was about $2.38 or $2.83, and we actually bought this stock at $5.60 today. So this would be a +2. It was just over 40%. As a matter of fact, I think it was right at 40% when we bought it this morning. This would be a +1. The price was definitely under $10. Like we said, we bought it at $5.60. This would be a +1. The stock was the number 2 stock in the market when we bought it this morning. This will be a +1. And it did reach new all-time highs this morning. According to this calendar year, it hadn't been at that 560 to 590 level in the last 4 years. So this will be a +1. If we add all of these together, this gives us a score of 11. And an 11 is our mythical legendary S quality stock. The strategy we used to enter this trade was the break-in high of day. It kept making new highs. We entered as soon as we saw that momentum come into this stock. We actually got 68 cents per share on this stock. We were only able to purchase 88 shares, but 68 cents is a pretty good amount on shares that we buy. We were only in this trade for 23 seconds. So again, a high, very, very high quality stock. Very high quality stock. We got a good share amount per share. 68 cents is phenomenal for the way that we trade. So let's go ahead and get into the chart to see how we traded this stock today. Oh, before we get into the chart, I'm going to pull up the day trade dash to show you what I saw before this stock started popping up. So this is the day trade dash that we use. This is our setup that we see every single morning while using day trade dash. I'm going to get your attention to this lower part of the screen. I have up the news window. So I wake up in the morning, I see all the stocks that are the top, well, at least the top 5 stocks in the market for that morning. I'll go ahead and I put those stocks into my True Telos trading grading scale to see if they meet any of the criteria or meet the criteria of a stock that I would trade as an A plus, or S quality stock. If none of those stocks match any of those criteria, I then have to be patient and wait for a stock to pop up that does match that criteria. But in trying to be a little bit preemptive. I want to be able to see the news that is popping up for these stocks that are in the market when I'm trading the market for that morning. If I see a valid news headline, like I scroll down all the way back down to when this headline popped up for this stock, EKSO, it popped up for me, and I read the headline. It says this stock has become the exclusive U.S. distributor of MediTouch's groundbreaking balanced rehabilitation system. So I thought that was a very big headline for a small company. So I will pull up the company, and I see that that they are very much a stock that could meet my criteria as an A or A plus or S quality stock just by what I see. A small float is trading above the 200 MA. It's already very close to those all time highs. When I say all time highs, I don't mean all time highs, and this is as high as the stock has ever been. I'll go within a 52-week period, so a 1 year period from where that stock is from where it has been from that 1 year, and then I go off of that information. If that stock meets that criteria as an A or A plus or S quality stock, that is when I will then consider it for trading. And as you see, this stock had news pop up that gave it a really good catalyst. So what I did, I pulled it up. I pressed this button. I pulled it up on my Webull account also, read that news, and I basically figured that other traders would see this as a good potential for a squeeze of that price. Right when I saw that volume coming in and that price going up, I went ahead and pressed that buy button. And like I said, I was able to get in and get out this stock. And when we get to the chart, you'll see exactly what I mean. That price heightened, that acceleration of that price going up lasted just under a minute. It was under a minute when that news came out and when that price started to soar. So getting in and getting out was something that had to take precedence. Let me take it back. It didn't take a minute. It took more than a minute for buyers to actually start buying that stock. But once that stock started moving, it moved very, very fast, and that move was over in under a minute. So let's go ahead and get into the chart so we can see how we traded that stock today. This is the stock we traded this morning, EKSO. This is the S quality stock, and as you see, right here is where we made this trade on this 1 minute candle. Normally, you will see a B and an S for a buy and a sell, but since this trade was made in 23 seconds, this is where we see this window. If I click on this, you probably can't see it, so I'll go ahead and go to the order window. I bought this stock as it squeezed up off of that news. As soon as I saw the volume, the momentum coming into the stock, I purchased shares of it. I was able to buy full buying power with 88 shares at 560, and I exited. I tried to get the exit up there at that high up here. I pressed the button to sell up here at 82, but I filled all the way down here at 28. The stock was moving very, very fast, and I did catch some slippage on that exit, but we still were able to get 68 cents per share profit out of this stock today. How did I catch this move as soon as I did? As you see, it was moving pretty flat, and then we caught a little bit of momentum, a little bit of 28 cents, and then boom, we have a very big squeeze uh, from 529 all the way up there to 689, which is a huge move. It didn't last anything but a minute. It began to retrace and then back to where it was before. The only way that we caught that was we saw the news come out. We determined that news was something prominent that traders would like to see. We pulled up the stock. We saw that it was trading above the 200 moving average. It was had a low float. The price was at the right price range in which that we like to trade. We saw that it had the potential just based off of news. So it met a few of those criteria already and had the potential to become an A plus to an S, and it did hit that S quality stock, and we acted preemptively, and we were able to get a profit off of it. That's something that we could try to do in the future, but being preemptive is sometimes impossible because the stock sometimes moves, the price gets higher before the news actually comes out. So these are going to be a few one-offs, but we were able to capitalize on this S quality stock today, and that's something that we want to continue to do. So if I can, I'm going to continue to trade in this way and trying to be preemptive, look at the news, pull up the stock, see if it matches the criteria to potentially be an A to S quality stock, and then watch for potential moves and capitalize when we do see those moves. If you like this content, please don't be afraid to like and subscribe. If you have any questions for me, as always, ask them. I am an open book when it comes to everything. I love having discussions with other people that enjoy trading and love watching people grow while they trade. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to True Telos Trading. I'll see you all next time.